Well done on your workout. Let's join together now for a cool down where we will stay on the ground the whole time. I'm going to start with just cat-cow. I'll do it facing you. It's spinal flexion and extension. So we're tucking your tail, tuck your chin and round your back. Even push it out at your shoulders. And then take a lovely deep breath in. Lift your tail, lift your ears away from your shoulders. Just move in from one to the other as it feels good. Find something that feels good. Blow out as you curl, breathe in as you lift your head. And you can just stay with this nice and gentle at your own pace. Or if you'd like, you can go to Disco Cat, which has no rules. Just finding what feels good. Loosening out as you like in this tabletop position. Maybe circles one way, circles the other. And then I'll go to thread the needle. We'll go together to thread the needle. So I will start with my right arm, lifting up, nice deep breath, soft as you bend the supporting arm and thread through. Ear and shoulder all the way down. Big breath in as you go up, blow out as you thread through. Really nice for mobilizing and loosening through your back, through your arm. We'll just do 3 each side. So that side's done. I'll spread evenly through these fingers. Try and have my wrist below my shoulder. And then lovely, soft, big reach. Blow out and thread through. Number 2. Number 3. I'll then stay in this tabletop position with my hands below my shoulders and this knee under this hip. I'm going to take my right leg out to the side. So I'm hoping for a nice big stretch through my inner groin, and I'm just going to gently rock back and forward, keeping the foot flat on the ground. If it feels good for you, you might like to go deeper. If it doesn't feel good, you can limit the rocking if your knees are sore, or pad them. And if it feels fabulous and you'd like a deeper stretch, you might like to pop your bum on your heel and melt down. All through the cool down, try and slow your breath, deepen your breath, soften your face. I'm going to come up from that position now, and on the same side I will step my leg forward into a kneeling lunge, kneeling low lunge, or a kneeling quad stretch. That's the aim of this one. We're trying to stretch from your hip to your knee on the back leg. So I'm going to tuck the toes of my back leg under to help me get some grab, and I'm just going to lift lift my heart, lift off my hip, but push this hip forward and down. So I'm trying not to lean forward. I've got upright torso and pressure here, so I should get a nice stretch through. I am getting a nice stretch through my hip flexor and quad. Lovely gentle breaths, and on this side we'll just have our hands on our hips. Next side we'll do something else. You might like to do your wrists or something if you're feeling stable. I'm just going to then pop down my outside hand, left hand if my right foot's forward, and reach up. Nice little twist. You can watch your hand if it feels good, or if it doesn't, just looking down. And then I'll plant my hand, send that leg back, and I'll repeat the sequence on the other side. So left leg's going out. I'll tuck the right toes under and just do some of this nice soft rocking. Nice and gentle, and I like this one, so I'm going to melt back. Up to you whether it feels good for you or not. I'll let my head grow floppy. Coming up now, and that foot is going forward into our low lunge again. Kneeling quad stretch. I'm going to lift up tall through my body, off this hip crease, pushing this one forward. And this time let's interlock our fingers behind our backs, open up through the chest. Just to the height that feels okay. If it feels good, you might try and lift a little. The focus is on the quad stretch. In this cool down, we're hoping to really stretch. We're hoping to get everywhere, but really stretch the big muscles around your hips. Loosening out. I'm going to come back now and move into a down face dog. So I'll tuck my toes under, plant my hands down again, and then push back, lifting my hips up and back. And down face dog is another one that you can just do, find what feels good for you, do to a level that suits you. So I'm walking the dog, I'll lift one heel, push down through the other. If you need more bend than me, or if you need extra bend in your legs, that's fine. And then I'm coming all the way down and I'll roll onto my back. So back nice and flat on the ground. I'll hug my knees up towards my chest and just do this nice gentle tuck and roll. Loosening out through the lower back. You might like to go bigger, you can take it to your own level again. And then I'll keep my right leg hugged up, stretch out my left, fold my right over for a lovely spinal twist. And stretch all the way along my back. Try and soften again, shoulders towards the ground. Collarbones should be more or less facing up. We'll just quickly switch over to the other side. So left leg hugs up and folds over, right extended. Nice twist through the spine. And I'm kind of dancing around my top hand. I like to do that just to get a bit more stretch, play around with the stretch through your wrist and forearm. Feel it traveling along your arm. And then I'll just come up and pop my feet flat on the ground, and I'm going to windscreen wiper hips and knees, one side and then the other. Nice and soft. Opening up through the lower back and hips. Then I'll move into a glute stretch, so left foot stays and I'll pop my right ankle just below my left knee. Threading through and pulling back. If threading through doesn't work for you, you can just rest in that position with your legs folded. Try and find the softness again once you set up. And why not twirl the ankle that's out on its own. And then we'll just swap to the other side. Pulling back, feels nice. And to finish, let's come into a comfortable seated position. You might like to sit on a cushion, you're welcome to, or on a chair, wherever feels good. Wherever you're sitting, make sure that you've got length from your tailbone to the crown of your head, lovely posture. We're just going to go for a side lean. So I'll slide my left hand out to the side. I'm trying to keep my right hip down as I lean over. Also trying to keep side to side, not forward. And soften. And again, any time it feels good for you, you can give your wrist a twirl. Back to the center and then to the other side. Sliding out. You might get your forearm totally flat on the ground. You might be able to keep your hip down. That's the end point we can all aim towards. I'm not there yet, and some days it's easier than others. Nice and soft. And then we're just going to finish with some lovely shoulder rolls. Backwards. Forwards, and a few whole body circles, drawing a circle with your belly button, staying up tall, and then change direction, go the other way, and some simple nodding. So chin to chest, and then looking up to the ceiling, lovely big breath in, blow out as you go down again. You might like to do neck side to side also, ear to shoulder the other way, and also we can look over our shoulder one way and the other. Wrists, whatever feels good here. You have finished. Great job. Thank you very much. I shall see you next time.